and they seen Blac Youngsta and Govan hopping out that same black Bentley truck, man. Hey, welcome back to the channel. Make sure you subscribe if you not. Comment down below if you rocking with Young Dolph. Put the dolphin emoji down there. Let me know where y'all from, who you rocking with, and watch the whole video. So when they reversed the footage, they seen that they was dropped off like CMG, the CMG driver for Blac Youngsta is the same one that drives Govan around. So when Blac Youngsta caught a ride with Govan, they caught him dropping him off at the Makedas because, like we said, the reports is coming out that Govan has been going to the Makedas for some time now. He knows everything about that cookie shop, inside and out. They know every little inch and square inch of that whole entire cookie shop because they was waiting for the day that Dolph gets in there. They really only needed one time to do it. When they realized that Dolph came there back in July and Makedas Raven ran out the door in a full hurry, like trying to catch her breath because she had one task to do. They told her when Yo Gotti spoke to her, he said that if you see young Dolph, make sure you get the footage and everything like that. And so what they did is they made it seem like it was a promo, man. But little did they know that that was going directly to Govan and Yo Gotti's iPhones. They was looking at it and making sure to confirm that that was Dolph when they drove by in the Bentley truck and they seen the arm out the window. They said that's the same arm from the video with Makedas Raven. And one thing y'all got to understand is that, and Dolph had a whole lot of stuff going on that was in the works, man, because that's why he owned the whole entire cookie shop building. He was supposed to be making it to where they had to move out and everything. That's why it was so much frustration and envy and jealousy going on, because Dolph really had the power moves and everything like that. And he was already talking about how he was going to get out the rap game once he made 100 mil. He already did that, and he turned those all back into properties. Like, he took that 100 mil and bought a bunch of homes so that they shot up in value, and now that 100 mil turned into 200 mil just on his own. And so that's why he was about to start building a skyscraper right there where the Makedas is supposed to be at. That's why when they were doing the music video, it's really supposed to be a before and after. But y'all got to understand that everybody was trying to get their last lick off of Dolph, man. They knew that he was about to level up to past the Jay-Z level, because once you get to that point, it's like you're not going to be riding around Memphis and stuff like that no more. Like, you never see Jay-Z riding around Bed-Stuy. He doesn't do that. He has not done that in over 20 years. And so that's the same thing with young Dolph. He was going to end up leaving all that alone and literally go into live in New Jersey in them big estates. He was going to be neighbors with Jay-Z, living in the same community to where nobody is getting touched up there. Like, everything is pristine, the security on point. You don't have to worry about being in your own hood and having your own people hit you up, because at the end of the day, every single household where Dolph was about to be at and move to, and the way he was about to be moving, every place got armed military guards and everything like that. It's like very strategic and serious up there. And so Dolph was really about to level up on everybody. But once they realized that and the word got around, that's when the money started to go on his head. They realized that their beef is only going to this was their last attempt if they ever wanted to settle the beef between Yo Gotti and young Dolph from the baby mama situation. This was it, because Dolph was about to get out. He had ran up 200 mils. He was going far places. He was going to the top with it. And so everybody they were like, man, I only got 2 weeks left to try to finesse Dolph out of something, to try to up the beef, to up the score, whatever it was. So every single person, whether they wanted money, whether they wanted smoke, whether they wanted issues, whatever it was that they wanted, everybody was scrambling to try to figure out how they could get something out of Dolph before he leveled up and moved on and everything like that. And so that's why it was so many people at his neck, so many people calling him, so many people trying to ask for this, ask for that. That's why he just ended up, he was taking a day to relax and just wanted to ride around with and pick up his checks and the bread from all the businesses he owned. And so one day driving around, he was like, man, I'm tired of all these people just bugging me, asking for this, asking for that. He's like, man, I can't wait to run up this. I got this 200 mil right now, man. I'm about to go to the top with it, man, be in privacy and everything like that. And then just when he's turning the corner after thinking that, there goes the whole 5 to 6 group of cars that's following him and start sliding around Memphis with him. They had a whole car chase where, remember when they told you that he got off on airways from the interstate and that he smelled the cookies? He did not smell those cookies. Nobody's riding in a fast car with the windows down on the interstate like that. You got the air conditioning on and all that. And what really happened is the fact that they was chasing him on the highway after he was trying to get away when he left the gas station. After he left the gas station, he pulled out right after having that thought about how he was going to get away. And he was really thinking about the song he made, everything. Then, boom, he sees a familiar car. He sees the white Corvette pulling up, and they turning slow like they had literally pulled into a parking spot and backed in just in the next parking lot, and they never got out their car. And so, but then when Dolph is leaving, now they want to pull out and follow him and leave when he leaves. That's when he knows he was being followed. He hit that right, kept going down, immediately got onto the main road and onto the highway. When he noticed that he was for sure being followed by multiple people and that it had to have been his ops or enemies, that's when he knew, because they were doing 100 trying to catch up to him, because Dolph had the C8 Corvette with the full package. He had the highest trim package you could get out of the whole entire Chevrolet dealership. And so when they were still catching up, they said, there's only one other person that got a Corvette that could catch up to mine, and it's Moneybag Yo, because the CMG money can buy something close to what Dolph has, but they can't get exactly what Dolph has because Dolph takes it to the next level. And so he knows he was being followed. He said, okay, I'm going to get off on airways here. And he was going to try to have his brother meet at the back of the cookie shop or at the tax place. That way he could open the door, run in, and then they can't come inside with him. But once he realized that they was going to the Makedas and everything like that for the music video, he was like, you know what? I know Big Moochie Grape and Snoop Bands are supposed to be at the Makedas right now for the music video. So let me call them. And that's when he was calling Big Moochie Grape. He was calling Snoop Bands. They was not answering. They was getting missed calls. And then he was already pulling up to the cookie shop at that point, and he had to run inside. That's why there's no footage of Dolph pulling up, is because it was a whole scene where he was actually hauling through the parking lot. And he pulled up fast. He pulled up right away. Remember, Dolph always backs into his parking spots. But for some odd, strange reason, this time he decided to pull in forward. And he didn't even go all the way to the curb. He literally stopped right before he stopped. There's still a lot of space. He could have pulled more forward because he was in a hurry. He knew that them 6 people was chasing him in those cars, and that he only had 3 seconds to get out of there and get into the cookie shop before the locking mechanism makes it to where automatically locks out somebody if they walking by. They have to get buzzed in. And so that's when he goes into the cookie shop. They hear the chime, and he rushing around like, help, they got to lock the door. Next thing you know, he finds out that they all working together with the same people anyway. So really the place he was going to get the help is the place that they knew that he was going to end up pulling up to. And they already had them in line to basically backdoor and make the situation to where they let in the people from the back door that was actually already chasing him. And so with all this, man, it's crazy because the details coming out. We trying to get a lot of justice for Dolph, man. Let me know if y'all some Dolph fans out there. And so now they personally taking Govan around in the whole unmarked unit in the Scorpion team, and they making it to where he's going to go and actually point out Blac Youngsta. Govan told him exactly where Blac Youngsta grandma house is, where the roof is caved in, because Grove Hero used to stay right there on that road. And so when he showed them Blac Youngsta grandma house, they're like, yeah, Blac Youngsta don't stay in here no more, but this is one of his spots in Memphis. And then they rode around to another place to where now the feds is actually working to take Govan all the way down to Dallas to Fort Worth so that he could actually find out the stash spots and the places that Blac Youngsta was hiding out at. Because the last time a lot of people, when they seen Blac Youngsta do that Young Dolph diss in the club, that was in Dallas. And so you got to understand that if that would have happened any other city, they would have dragged him off the stage by his boots, because they would have been all Dolph fans and everything Dolph supporters there. And so one thing about it is that a lot of people who's in that side of Texas or in that specific area area, they're actually CMG fans at heart, or that they rock with Yo Gotti and Blac Youngsta for some strange reason. They had gotten to the point to convince them to hate on Dolph as well. And that's why when they showed up to listen to Blac Youngsta do the diss. And so that's why Govan, he don't care no more about that, because he's realizing that they hit up his artist in that same city, in that same area in Texas, Dallas, Fort Worth, and Houston. They hit up Lotta Kaz Desto in retaliation to the young Dolph. And the only people that could have dropped her location or gave away anything about where she was staying, the place that Govan was renting the condo for her in the high rise already. And the only people that knew that was people from CMG, people from Blac Youngsta's team, and all that. And so that's when Govan quickly realized, he's like, you know what, the loyalty is run thin. He's like, you know what, I'm not down for this anymore. And that's when he decided that he was going to take the Scorpion unit team, the feds, all the way down to find Blac Youngsta in Texas. And at this point, Blac Youngsta could be already taken off to the border and jumping across, because he knows that this CMG RICO is coming very soon, because they breaking down this entire Dolph case and they about to get the trial going. And one thing about when they get the trial going is they need all people who's defendants and not defendants and prosecution and all that. They need them there, because the DA is trying to get the justice for young Dolph. And at the end of the day, they just need Govan to pinpoint and tell on every single person, because he's the mastermind. So he knows the job that he paid for the people to do, and you know who paid him and who he gave orders to. And so he knows at the end of the day how much Blac Youngsta was involved and who dropped him off, and you know how he caught the ride up there and how he got seen in the footage of the shadows and in the pictures. So what y'all got to understand is you need to subscribe to the channel, like this video. Catch y'all later.